Hi, it's Teacher Mike from PhuketPALS.org. Today I want to share with you the answers to some of the most frequently asked questions about the GED test. So let's get started. Question 1. Who can take the test? Well, anyone aged over 16 can take the GED examination, but when you're registering for it, let's say you're 16 years old and you're registering for the test, it will ask you for parental permission if you're not aged 18 yet. So in that case, you print out the sheet it gives you, then you get your parents to sign, you email it back to GED testing services. It's very, very easy, and then they will allow you to register for the test about 4 or 5 working days later. So it's pretty simple. Okay. Next question. If I pass, what are my options? Well, here at Phuket PALS, we have many pathways after GED. We call them our GED pathways, okay? We have pathways to Switzerland, we have pathways to the USA, we have pathways to the UK, we have pathways to Thailand, and we have pathways to Singapore. This gives students many options that they wouldn't normally get. Okay, think about it. If you stay in traditional education, maybe you'll get these options after, 2 full years of studying. But if you take GED, you can actually go and study abroad quicker, save time and save money as well, more importantly, than traditional, than staying in traditional school. So as I say, there are many options, and if you want to find out more about these options, you can find out more about them on PhuketPALS.org, and I'll put a little link for that under this video if you want to check it out. Next question, when can I take the test? Well, you can take the test pretty much whenever you want. There's lots of flexibility with this, but it does depend on your location. Here at Phuket PALS, we're an authorised Pearson VUE testing centre, so we deliver GED tests here in Phuket, in Thailand, and we're open at the moment 5 days per week, between about 12 o'clock and about 6:30. So, 5 days a week between those two times, you can book your test through GED.com if no one else has taken the place in the testing room at that time. And you can check all this out on GED.com when you're registering, and it gives you great flexibility that no other test that I can think of gives you. So yeah, you can register pretty much whenever you want. Where can I take the test? Well, as I just said, you can take the test at any Pearson VUE testing centre. And here at Phuket PALS, we are the only Pearson VUE testing centre, not only in Phuket, but in southern Thailand as well. We're open 5 days a week. You can come to us and take the test. So just find out the location closest to you on GED.com, and then you can register for it yourself. What do I do on test day? Students ask this all the time. People get nervous. They book their test, they've prepped for the test, and they get very nervous. Like, what am I going to do on test day? Well, just really, really keep it simple, guys. Don't panic. You turn up on test day, make sure you go to register. All testing centres will have a little room just beside the testing room itself. In there, there'll be a member of staff who will assist you with the signing in process. Okay, you have to show ID, you have to scan your palm, you have to have a digital signature, and it all sounds complicated, but just arrive at the test centre early, at least 15 minutes, okay? Be careful with that, and then go to the testing room itself and speak to the member of staff, and they will guide you through this process. Do not worry. Don't worry at all. Now, they will take things off you, like your watch. You're not allowed to watch, okay? Because sometime in the past, some students have cheated using watches. You're not allowed a calculator, a scientific calculator. So if you're doing the maths test, you cannot take that in. But don't worry, there's a calculator on the computer screen when you're doing the maths test. Also, you're not allowed a bag or your smartphone or anything like that. All those things will be stored in a locker at the testing centre. Okay, and you get those back at the end. You'll get the key for the locker and everything's fine. Next question, what if I fail the test? What if I fail? Well, this is a common question as well. Some people aren't as prepared as they'd like to be, and they fail a particular module. Not to worry, you get to repeat a module 3 times. Okay, if you fail once, you can take it again within 24 hours. If you fail that again, you can take it again within 24 hours, and you get 3 goes. If you fail it the 3rd time, you have to wait 60 days before they release, before they allow you to register for the test again on GED.com. Okay, so you have some bites at the cherry. Okay, it's not the end of the world if you don't get it the first time. So don't panic. GED testing service are not trying to make your life horrible. They want you to study harder and get the pass that you need, get the diploma. So don't panic if you don't pass the first time. How is the test scored? Well, the test is scored between 100 and 200, okay? Now, if you want to get a diploma pass, you need a 145 average in the 4 subject areas, okay? The subject areas are science, reasoning through language arts, which is English, you have mathematics, and you have social studies. They're the 4 areas. So you need a 145 average over the 4 to get your diploma pass. Now, if you get a 165 over the 4 areas, this is called a college ready pass. And if you want to get into college in the USA, or Canada, in North America, you need a 165 there. Okay, and it's quite hard to get that over the 4 subject areas. Then if you're a genius and you get a 175 average, this is called college ready plus credits. And if you go to college in North America, you will not only get into college, but you'll get some credits based on this very high GED score. So that's how it's scored, okay? When do I get my results? Well, you get your results within 1 hour or so of completing the test, and they'll be emailed to the email you give when you register at GED.com at the beginning of the process. Very quick, very efficient, an amazing service if you ask me. What's on the test? Well, again, I could talk for a long time about this, and in future videos I'll go into this more. But basically, the test is made up of a science test, a social studies test, a reasoning through language arts test, RLA, and also a mathematics test as well. Okay, so each of those has, the longest one is the reasoning through language arts. The mathematics is second longest, and the science and the social studies are around the same time as well. Again, we'll go into that in more detail in future videos, but just to give you an idea of the core subject areas for the moment. Final question, I suppose, is, well, 2 more. How much is it? Well, internationally, it's about 75 US dollars per subject area. So it's about 300 US dollars for all 4 subjects, which is pretty good value when compared to IGCSE, A-level, or other international examinations. GED gives you real premium value, I think, as a customer, and gives you a quality diploma at the same time. In the US, it varies by state. Some states are very cheap because it's subsidized by their government. Some are a little bit more. It just depends. You can find all this out on GED.com, if you will. I suppose the final question is, what is the GED? Many people come in to me and ask what this is. The GED test, it was set up more than 80 years ago in the USA. It was set up just after the Second World War, when you had GIs, soldiers, coming back to the USA, and they didn't have a high school diploma because they'd been fighting in the Pacific Ocean or in Europe or whatever. And the government thought, we need to raise our levels of human capital with these returning soldiers, so let's give them an alternative option to a high school diploma, which became the GED, which is a US high school equivalency diploma. Okay, and if you want to access universities in many places in the world, not just in North America, you can use your GED for that because it's recognized as a finishing grade 12 equivalent. Okay, so that's a bit about it for today. I think I've covered everything there. Oh, I haven't. How can I prepare? Well, this is one of the big questions, okay? Now here at Phuket PALS, we have our GED International program. These last These are for kids from 12 through to around 18, and they come and study in our full-time program, Monday to Friday. Some people here at Phuket PALS also do short-term courses, exam prep GED courses, and we have our own materials and syllabus for that. Some people prefer to study at home on their own, but that's more difficult because the subject matter is quite complex. And also, if you want to do really well in the test, you need to know the perfect technique to use when you do it. And our instructors can offer that. So you can prepare it here at Phuket PALS, or you can prepare at home as well. It just depends on if your time and your money and whatnot. Okay, so that's everything covered. All the frequently asked questions about GED. I'll go into these in more detail in future videos, but for now it's goodbye from me. It's Teacher Mike from PhuketPals.org. Thank you very much.